This is late night poetry reading number 2 with Seth, Mathews, and I'm going to be reading some more selected poems from my most recently published book. And yeah, I realize in this video the lighting will be a lot better because I didn't realize I had a light bulb out until I rewatched the first video, and I was like, you know what? I don't really want to do the first video over again, considering I might have done it like 2 or 3 times before I was finally like, all right, well, I'm going to commit to this. And this whole process will just take a lot of practice, but yeah, it's something else for me to do, and I know I'm not going to get famous off it probably, and that's not the intention. It's just to kind of perfect my reading and my skills, and to share some of my work with the world. So wherever you are listening to this tonight, I hope that you enjoy it. And please, if you have any comments, if you want to like the video, share, subscribe, it's up to you. Doesn't really make a difference to me either way. I'm just kind of doing it for fun. So, but thank you. Gosh, where did I leave off? I could have swore I read that one last night. Probably did. Yep. And do you have in mind that the poems I'm reading have not recently been written? These poems were written in 2019, so a couple years ago now. Eventually, I will start reading newer material. Maybe if requested, I will read it sooner. But for now, I'm going to be reading poems, as I said earlier, out of this book. Anyways, this one is titled Old Scars. Truth be told, they still hurt immensely. The deeper they were, the longer they seemed to remain. Even the shallow ones cut a dull line across my memory. To sit here and ponder the past is to wish for things to come back that will not. Like my grandfather, he set sail from this life sophomore year, before I could show him I was a man, or my 3 friends that have passed. These wounds will always be fresh, I recollect. The burden I shoulder is mine alone to carry, and for those that are gone, it is the least that I can do. Yeah, it's a little deep one. I think I might try to adjust my camera here. I know this isn't the most professional channel, but I feel like I'm working on it. This is maybe that's all right. Yeah. I can move my book out of the way of the mic, and I can actually well, I wasn't intending to adjust everything in the middle of this video. This wasn't my intention, but I'm, sorry. This one is titled A Beautiful Day. It's my mom's birthday, the 6th of December. It rained outside in a pitter-patter commonality with the drip from the crooked gutter that has leaked and will leak no matter how many times it is patched. My mom, she takes age well. She has high spirits. How am I supposed to guide her through this time of growing old? I am not as old as her, not nearly. This path she walks of growing old and surviving, living through this tragedy of life that we call life. I do not know where the road leads, but Mother, I will be right there with you until the very end. Poem 3 for the night. Gosh, these ones are getting a lot deeper than I intended. That's the problem about sharing poetry is, the ones I've wrote really mean a hell of a lot to me because these are, pretty much just my diary in a way. Just poetic. Anyways, number 3 for the night. I'll probably read about 7. This one is titled Unsettled Dust. You come a long way in life to find out that it means nothing to those that know nothing and something to the ones that do. We share this earth with ne'er-do-wells and petty rich folk who give a damn about a little and care nothing about a lot. I am simply the humble servant. Actually, it's supposed to read, I am simply the humble observant. Okay, well, that's great. There's a typo in my book. I'm laughing at myself right now. Pretty sure it's supposed to say servant. I don't know why it says observant. But anyways, I'm simply the humble observant. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, this is just shit. Maybe this poetry reading is supposed to be a comedy. Let's restart this one. You come a long way in life to find out that it means nothing to those that know nothing and something to the ones that do. We share this earth with ne'er-do-wells and petty rich folk who give a damn about a little and care nothing about a lot. I am simply the humble observant, creating history with each punch, slam of the slide, tap of the space bar, and the line I put down on paper. I cannot explain how it is I do the things that I do, muscle memory, but then again, it is all new. The stories, the poetry, the prose. I flow like water flows. I write like I write. I drink like I drink and think like an aspiring maniac. And I do realize in the middle of reading this that I said that word wrong again for the 3rd time. Actually, I said it right the first time, then realized I spelled it wrong in the book. Anyways, maybe I'm just losing it a little bit today, and it doesn't really matter. I'm tired. Let's see, this is number 4. Love and romance. I will render my life yours and not ask for a paltry sum or anything in return but this: to share the stars and the moon and every night that comes and goes as if they were our last. Like last laugh or last breath, something we two can truly cherish. And to walk the beach and hold hands and laugh at the gray that soon will speckle my beard. And the youth of those children who kick up sand in the wind like forgotten times of long ago. I ask for your soul to merge with mine, for there to be peace and contentment. I ask to see your face and watch your eyes, as if they captured the universe and they both held all that I could ever want, lust, and imagine. It would be a hell of a life, you and I, to share these things and many more, to fade into eternity and die like the greats, but live on like Romeo and Juliet. I am a romantic, at heart shaped by the constellations and far from a hopeless one. With my dying words I wish to say this: for I have loved and been loved, for I have lived and let go of the past to move on like a bird soon, to fade into the great nothingness of the horizon. But in all of this, I ask nothing. This is not a price, and I truly cannot ask for any of this. This has to be given throughout a lifetime with sincerity and free will. Let's see, a little bit of refreshment. I really got a bad habit of drinking on camera. I haven't got to drinking any alcohol yet, at least not this evening, but soon, usually on Fridays, if I get around to reading some poetry, there will definitely be a brewski involved. Anyways, this next one is titled Sitting Back. Drinking suds, the liquid a cut above, 6% brewed for the night. The bombshell on display tonight. Blue bottle, screw top, bubbles dropping off. Right off the brink from this life and into the next, like flash of Molotov, the flames arise. The end is near, last breath dear, my goodbye the most sincere. That was a fun little fast-paced one. Alright, I believe this is number 6. So, I got 2 more. Hopefully these ones seal the deal. I always like to have a little intensity to my readings if I can. At least to my writings, not my readings. I'm new to this. Anyways. A little rambling while drinking with a friend. Love is like a bullet. You ever take a 9mm straight to the heart? Like epinephrine. If you survive the shock, it is like butterflies on your first date. That pretty young thing with a bow tie in her hair. Yeah, I'm speaking 8th grade. Before I knew love. What love was. When we only kissed and held hands. When 2 hearts only knew compassion and chivalry. But now deceit runs rampant. Like a feral dog out in the streets, infecting. It hits the heart like that shot of epinephrine. Love and women and relationships are a dangerous thing. What you're doing is rooting yourself, planting, getting fixed. Too many people get hung up and lose themselves entirely. And I do apologize if there is any background noise that I'm unable to control, because I do not live alone. This is, I live in an apartment complex, so there may or may not be some noise from the streets or neighbors or, my roommate, maybe. But I'll try to monitor it the best I can. So I try to read in the evening because, usually I assume it'd be a little bit quieter, and this is the time that I have to read. This last one is titled A Portrayal of Ephemeral Happenstance. 50 words to describe an experience that will last a lifetime. There is no way in HE double hockey sticks. It was not entirely chance that drove me to this act of further education, but a thought of the nature of my being and its coalescence with the commodity we humans know as time. I ventured into the workforce at an early age, I think 12 or 13 perhaps, and throughout the toil of various laborious jobs, I found no solace in the grunt work I had been disposed to. I searched for a higher purpose, and in the pursuit of that purpose I took my mind and being to a place of serenity, a school of thought harboring the necessities to further my power of mind and to learn and hold the imperativeness of critical thinking and therefore its application. Yeah, I kind of read that poem now, just reflecting back. That was 12/7/2019. I was still in college. This was before the pandemic. I just graduated, with an associate's degree in, I think it's 2020, the summer of 2020 or something like that. But I'm back in the workforce doing that laborious work. Right now, construction's what pays, and to be a writer, as of right now, it does not. So that's kind of why I'm here before you for free. Just doing something I enjoy, and it doesn't really matter whether I make any money off of it or not. Maybe one day. But yeah, college, in my opinion, is not what it probably once was. I think it's not to get into the politics of it, but man, if you guys ever look at the tuition rates, everything, it's one of those things that you can't claim bankruptcy on nowadays. Apparently, one of the only loans or something that you're unable to, apparently, financial aid, anyways. Man, I managed to escape college without any debt, but I paid for everything. Um, you know, so it pays to save, but college can sometimes definitely be a ripoff, especially by the time you get to university. I mean, the universities really fucking gouge you. So the little last note and lesson to this reading is that college, by and large, fucking gouge you, and you'll have a lot of great fucking experiences, and it'll make it worth it. But definitely, it is a pursuit that will hurt your pocketbook, especially if you're not one that gets your tuition paid for by your parents, or you get some kind of free loans or whatever, because for whatever reason they give you some loans, or not loans, I guess it'd be grants. You get some free grants, get some free money going. I know some people that made it by where they've got everything paid for by everybody else, and I don't know what your philosophy is necessarily when you look at it, but I think just pursue it if that's what your choice is, but be cautious that you can rack up a debt really fast, especially nowadays, because college is, and everyone is hurting for money, or so it seems. Anyways, thank you for all that watched and listened. Appreciate it. Till next time.